to my Allotment Diaries. My name is Emma, these are my Allotment Diaries. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. I vlog about my brand new allotment plot. This is my second year, second spring, and I have my son here with me today. Say hi, Tom.
Hi.
Because it's still the Easter holidays. We've just been sitting here for a while looking at all the birds, because whenever I arrive at my plot is always overrun with birds, and we've seen some really interesting ones, haven't we, Tom? Yeah, we've seen some really, really nice ones. I think they like all the worms and stuff here, so that's been really nice. But today I need to do some weeding.
They hate all the worms.
They love the worms. But
hate the
today I need to do some weeding because I've just left it way too long, and I need to start preparing the beds a bit more and staying on top of the weeds. Weeds are so annoying, and you'll find that as soon as the weather gets a little bit nice, they will just spring up like crazy. So it's best to stay on top of it. That's the only advice I can give you for weeds, really, is just to stay on top, keep staying on top of them so you don't get overrun. And when the weather really gets hot and gets going again, keep going to your plot and weeding, because if you leave it 3 or 4 days, you'll come back and you'll find it will just be like a jungle. So keep on top of them, as annoying as they are. Just given Tommy the wheelbarrow to have a little bit of a game with. I don't know, see what he can wheel around. Not sure if it's a great idea. Yeah, he seems happy. Right, I'm going to change into my allotment coat. Somebody said that I should wear my nice coat here because it's warmer, and then keep an allotment coat. So I'm keeping this coat at the allotment plot to change into. Just makes sense, really. I don't know why I didn't think of it myself, but I rarely think of these common sense things myself. I genuinely need help for common sense. Changed into my weeding outfit. Should do a fashion vlog here, shouldn't I? Fashion at the allotment. Muddy coats and boots. That's what you need. Right, I'm going to start with the garlic bed. I nearly said garlic bread then. Garlic bed, because you can see that it's got quite a few weeds coming up and I want to keep those garlics nice. Garlic bread. Right, so we're going to just weed it, and that's it really. There's nothing really to it. People normally use a hoe, don't they, to break up the weeds and stuff, and basically what you're trying to do is just disturb the roots and then turn it over so it's covered with soil so it can't live anymore. But I just do it with a shovel because I don't have a spade. This is not a shovel, this is a spade. And I just do it with that, and then the bigger ones I try and pull all the root out. That's it really. It's quite easy weeding. It just takes blooming ages, but some people find it therapeutic. Sometimes I do. Depends what mood I'm in. I'm not really in the mood for it today, but I just want to get a couple of beds done so I feel more productive. When I was younger, if somebody spoke to me about gardening or something, like I'm doing some gardening this weekend, this is what I would envision in my mind, is weeding, because this is what my mum used to do in the garden all the time, and this is the only thing I ever saw anyone do in the garden, was weed. Keeping it neat, keeping everything in its place, weeding all the time, just getting rid of anything that she didn't want there was just gone. And for a long time that is what I thought gardening was, and that's why I didn't do it when I was younger, and that's why I never really took to it very quickly, because that was my impression of it, that's what I thought of it. Actually, I've had to sort of unteach myself that and learn that, yeah, okay, weeds aren't great, we don't want weeds, but gardening's more about facilitating nature and allowing things to grow. Because nature's not really against you, and you have to work with it, especially if you're a gardener. And that's just something I'm learning. And when you start to learn that, and you start to accept nature, and you work alongside it, it all becomes so much more fun and enjoyable and therapeutic. Still don't like weeds though, still don't like them. Right, these weeds here are ones I definitely don't want. These are stinging nettle ones. I hate these things. If you don't get these out, they multiply and they really hurt. So I still don't know the technique of getting them out without stinging yourself, but I'll give it a go. area. Oh, horrible things these are. I hate these things. You know what someone said as well in my vlog where I got stung by stinging nettles? One of the first comments I got was, "Why don't you eat them?" I was like, eat them? Are you kidding me? Apparently if you boil them they can make like nettle soup and they're really nice, but no. No bloody way am I eating them. I'm not that crazy. I'm not falling for that one, guys. Bloody eat them. Stung half my hand off. Bloody eat them. I don't think so. Now this is an interesting find. What I first thought was a weed, but actually looking at it and from previous experience and knowledge, it looks like a Californian poppy. And I've got another one over there. And somebody said that when you sow them in your plot, the seeds blow everywhere and they can pop up anywhere. And this is actually a flower bed, so I'm not convinced. It might just be a weed, but I'm going to leave him, and I'll leave him too, and just see if they turn into Californian poppies. Somebody did say that they just turn up everywhere. If I don't know what something is, I tend to just leave it until it grows a bit bigger. You can always whack it out later, you know. Whack it out, yank it out, you know what I mean. So last year, that's where the Californian poppies were, and I can see loads coming up. They definitely are now, I know they are. There they are, Californian poppies coming up in this bed. And over here too. I think they definitely are now Californian poppies. So I'm just going to leave them to do their thing because I'm quite happy with the idea of loads of different flowers coming up everywhere all over the plot, and the more flowers you got, the more likely you're going to get better produce because you need bees and pollinators. So I'm just quite happy. I've been toying with the idea of having more of a cottage garden feel to this allotment plot where you mix and match edibles and flowers all together, and just wondering if I would get a better harvest if I did that as opposed to growing things in neat little boxes in lines and things. I'd like to create that here, so I'm just going to leave the poppies to come up wherever they feel like. We'll see what happens. Right, that's a few of the beds weeded, which just feels productive. It feels quite good. I don't think it's done it very much, but they do look better. These have got no weeds around them now, which is excellent. I think these are nerines coming up because I did put nerine bulbs in, which is kind of like feathery pink flower, and I think that's them coming up. Be interesting to see what it all looks like in the proper spring and summer, like the real spring, not this fake spring we're having where it's freezing cold still. Or I'll show you the garlic one as well. So much better. Just so much better. Garlic looks really happy, doesn't it? Really springy and upright and just growing. Brilliant, excellent. Feels good to get a job like that done. I didn't feel like doing it today massively, but I sort of knew it needed to be done, and it feels great getting jobs like that done. So if you don't feel like doing very much, just come and just weed one bed or something. It does, honestly, it perks you up so much. And now I think I'm going to get Sally out. I think I'm just going to get Sally out. I think she's just been away for too long now. I think she's ready to come back out. She needs a little tidy up. She's not looking her best. Hey Sally. Maybe the rain will give you a shower. She needs a good old shower, I think. She's been in quarantine for a while. Poor old Sally. Hey? Where's your hair gone, darling? Oh God, what's happened to your hair? Where's your hat? Right, let's go stick you out in the dirt. I'm sure she was taller than that. I'm sure I've got another stick somewhere for her, unless she's shrunk. There she is. Return of the sow. Return of the sow. Looking fab. Probably going to blow away in a minute. Blade neck. Come on, Sally. Yeah, she's looking alright, isn't she? Your hair's not too bad, Sally. It's a bit straw-like, but you know. Oh, she looks great. It's spring, so she needs to come out. Just because the weather doesn't believe us when we say it's spring doesn't mean we should suffer. Poor old Sally been stuck in that shed. It's spring. So you know, the weather hasn't got the message yet, but it will. It will just have to. Oh, she looks good there. I like it. I hope she don't bleed and blow away. Right, I'm going to leave the vlog there today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try and get a few more up. I've already been doing 2 or 3 a week. I'm going to try and do 4 or 5 a week from next week, not this week. Don't quote me on that anyway. And hopefully I will see you in my next vlog from the plot. Have a lovely weekend, everyone, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.